This cat is not mine. I don't know who the owner is, but every time I open the kitchen door, it is always looking for food. Now let me feed it with this leftover fish head. Then I go outside and do some gardening. I had erected this sack garden earlier at the beginning of this year, but I felt like it wasn't erected in the right way, and still I'm not satisfied about it, about how it's erected, because I've come to realize that I need more people, like 4 people holding on each side and filling it up. Now we were working with this guy, me and him alone, and you can see how tilted the sack is, but it will work. It doesn't matter, it will work. I'm going to work with it like that. I'm planning to plant these sukuma wikis, the vegetables, on this sack. This sack can hold up to 80 plants on the side, and then additional 10 on the top, depending on the size of the plant. If it's cabbages, probably I can plant 2 or 3. If it's broccoli, 2 or 3. If it's cauliflower, 2 or 3. As a person who is practicing frugal living, it's important to me to stick on a meal plan, but sometimes I don't stick to it, especially when the kids request for something that isn't in the meal plan. And today is that day. They woke up and told me, especially the one that is in boarding school. I have a daughter and a son who go to boarding school, and they normally don't eat these things in school. The only thing they eat in school is githeri, ugali, sukuma wiki, cabbages, and a bit of meat. Now they wanted something different. No, she wanted something different because the brother is still in school. He's doing his final primary exam, national exam, so he's still in school. My daughter requested me to prepare some bajias for them. Said it's been long since they took bajias, and why not? These are those days that you just break the rules. Frugal living doesn't mean that you stick to it. Sometimes just break the rules. Everything is yours. Yeah, you won't lose that much. And as I was doing earlier on, I was doing the gardening, and she was so excited that I had agreed on making them the bajias, and she went on and peeled the potatoes, and she peeled a lot of them. So we'll have to make this and store some in the fridge for them to take probably tomorrow if they would want to, because there are 2 of them. There's one who's a day scholar, still young, not yet old enough to go to boarding school. So that's it, guys.
But the leaf, yani a food, a whole one.
Nini tena mafuta ikuwe kali ndio ni deep fry vizuri, yani ikuwe. They did request that I should serve the bajias with ketchup. They didn't want the tomato sauce, and I'm finding out that the ketchup is almost empty, and this is the only ketchup that is available. But they'll have to work with whatever is there. Either they use this and they are through with it, they use the tomato sauce. I open the fridge and I get these lemons from last month, and I decided I make them some lemonade. Everything was going so well. The lemon was lemoning until I made the syrup. You see, the color of the lemon is just right. So when You see, the sugar we use here in Kenya is kind of brown, like that. And you see that syrup? And it messed everything up. It messed the color. And my daughter was asking me, Mom, what is this? I told her it's lemonade, and she couldn't believe it until she tasted it and told me it tastes like lemonade, but the color doesn't look like lemonade. And they enjoyed it. Let me take you around the container gardens that I have. I have some in the front side and some at the back. And this is the front side that I'm showing you right now. And I have this trough and some containers. I normally use things that are locally available. I had to purchase this wood. I purchased the wood to make this trough, but the other troughs, the wooden whatever, I don't know how to call them, but I call them troughs. The wooden troughs that you see in some of my videos, I made them from wood that I already had, because there's a time that I had a shop and those woods came from the shelves that I had made in the shop. And these containers, some of them are old basins, old bucket, old jerry cans, the 20 liters one. I also, when I buy the washing powder, they come in a container, the 5 liters container. I also use that. And I also bought the sack garden that you've seen me erecting earlier in the video. I bought that in 2020 and I'm still using it. It's still intact, and I understand that I can use that sack for around 8 years before it starts deteriorating. What's the word? Yeah, before it starts getting torn or wear out. Some lemon verbara, the lemon balm, I think, if I'm not wrong. And this is the lemongrass. So basically this is just like my herb garden. I'll add some more herbs as time goes. This is chamomile.
Sorry, I've just started now. Me, I was, yeah, I've just started now. Don't wait for long. It was done. I have to run like 9.
I grew peas in this container and they've started sprouting out. I hope for them to grow until maturity. And these strawberries are not doing so well, but it was sharing this container with a broccoli and I've uprooted it. I do also have some parsley. I had harvested them. This is mint that I had bought from the supermarket and then planted them, and they're thriving. And I have more tomatoes. These are these are 4 plants, tomato plants, in 100 liters container that had split into 2. And they're also doing so well. This is the broccoli that is flowering. I'm tempted to uproot it because I need to use this container. And I decided to plant the spring onions on this hanged containers. These containers are from cooking oil, the cooking oil that I use when it gets finished. I use it to plant something. So I had harvested that spring onion, and I have a couple of them. You can see I have plenty, although I feel like adding some more. This one I had planted recently. It's like 2 weeks since I planted it. See, the good thing about spring onions, they really catch up. And I have lavender here. I guess you've seen the other one. And for those who are not new here, you know that I had shown you when I was planting the lavender and I wasn't sure. And this trough here, I had planted some skuma wikis and they all died. So I'm going to try and plant another one. So there's a spring onion there that is thriving. Thank goodness. I planted some garlic here and I hope for them to grow. And then the carrots are right there. I hope for all of these things to grow. And these are, I'm trying to make my own organic fertilizer, and this is what you see here right here. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. I love the way you're loving my videos. I love the way you're watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And see you in the next video.